There we go. What a way to start day 2 at the inn at Charlestown. We're having a feast of a breakfast. I've got yogurt, they've all got fruit salads, because they're crazy, and I'm not. We've got toast, we've got coffee, we've got apple juice, we've got it all. And we need a good feeding, because we are walking to Kinghorn today.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a can is here to make your day. Gingerman with a can, I'd like to hear you say today.
So there we go, day 2 is officially begun. We've had breakfast, we've checked out of the inn at Charlestown, and wow, what an amazing stay. It's a little bit colder today, there's a little bit moisture in the air, but we're going to trek on. We're going to hit the march to Fife. Now the Fife coast goes right past my house, so we're going to stop in there and see my dog, probably grab a bit of lunch, and then hit the road to Kinghorn. We've got a few hours to do yet, and hopefully this weather clears up. If not, well, we'll just have to suck it up. Fife Coastal Path. So here we are, just walking through lime kilns. You can see the ferry up ahead at Fife. Aye, the weather's dreary. It's the best way to describe it. Here we are at this little beach. This is an alright wee beach. It's not the worst. But we'll be in Fife in the next half an hour, 40 minutes, and then down to North Queensferry, and then walk along past Inverkeithing, through Dalgety Bay, and by the time we get to Dalgety Bay we won't be too far from Burnt Island, Kinghorn. We'll hopefully be getting there till about 4 o'clock. That's my ambition today, that's our ambition today. Hopefully the weather clears up a bit, but I can't imagine it's gonna. But it doesn't matter because it's nice and cool for walking. I'm not feeling cold. Hopefully lots of things to see today, lots of beautiful things. Anyway, better get our walk on. I'm just doing some Instagram stories. We're just coming to the end of our Charlestown lime kiln section, and we're on the back road to Fife, which Fife is where I stay, so it's the old familiar part of the Fife coastal route. Anyway, let's keep going. We've made it to Fife. We're just walking through the Fife dockyard. We're going to stop off at my house, have a cup of tea, see Angus, my dog, because we've still got a lot of walking to do today. But I'm feeling really fit and healthy and good. I'm ready to take this walk on. But I am excited to get to the hotel. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt about that. Anyway, so here we are. We've made it to Fife. Here's my dog Angus. Angus, you want to come for the Fife coastal walk? You want to come up another 100 miles? Nah, you're not interested in that. Too long for you. Well, I reckon he'd like it. Angus. Oh, let's get a belly rub before we go. We belly rub. Yes. Oh. He's my boy. Right, bye bye Angus. So here we are. We're finally at the iconic, I like this is my pointing stick. We're at the iconic bridges across the Forth. We've got the Queensferry Crossing, the latest edition that we can see, and we've got the Forth Road Bridge just in the distance there that we can also see. However, I can also smell the jobby factory that lies right here at North Queensferry. Brilliant. So we're just about to head into North Queensferry now. It's a little bit blowy today, so... Oh, it stinks. Woo! Here we are, we're under the road that leads to the Queensferry Crossing. I wonder if that door's open. Try the door.
No way, I'll collapse my
You've
bag.
got the gloves on though. You won't leave any fingerprints.
Derek.
He's got a sinister plan. Some wee bits. So here we are basically in North Queensferry now. Closer view of the bridges. There she is, Queensferry Crossing. I walked across that when it opened. We're standing under the Forth Road Bridge, and there she is, the iconic rail bridge, the original Forth Bridge. That's the G. That is the G there, the original G of the bridges. The gangster bridge. Aye, it's a nice spot. And this is actually quite a very joyful bit to be walking on the Fife coast. There's lots to see, lots of treats on the eyes. So aye, look at this, lovely. We are on our way to the Bay Hotel in Kinghorn, aimed at Petticoat Bay. There she is though, North Queensferry. This is like a double tree swing next to each other. It's actually pretty special. Look at this, but look. I'd have to go back the way. And we're getting pressed for time really, because we stopped off at the house. Oh, we've got this little bit here. This is a cool wee bit, cool wee zone. It's like a wee gang house in North Queensferry. And I've visited North Queensferry twice, and both times somehow I did not see these, so I don't know if they're brand new or not. But it looks cool. One's got a bike tyre on it, a thick bike tyre, another one's got a bit of wood. They're maybe a bit close to each other if I'm being critical, but lovely work North Queensferry. But right now, no time to stop for tree swings because we're on the quick march to Kinghorn. And the thing is, like, coming out at this time of year, the beginning of May, end of April, everything is so beautiful. Everything is blossoming and blooming. Smells great, it looks wonderful. There's colours, there's purples, there's yellows, everything. It's phenomenal. Birds everywhere, they're singing, they're dancing, they're being joyful. So if you are doing the Fife Coastal Walk, you've got to take a minute in North Queensferry just to take it in, because it is stunning, stunning houses, stunning views, loads of history. You've got the War Memorial, you've got the wells. As I say, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I've been here twice, so if you really want to check out some North Queensferry, go and check out some other Gingerman episodes where I do come and explore North Queensferry. We're just passing through today on route on the Fife Coastal Path, which this part is on the Fife Coastal Path, but it is closed. They're doing some stability works, so we have to go this way. They're doing some work overhead on the rail bridge. Looks pretty scary. I'm afraid of heights, so you would never find me working up something like that. Look at all that scaffolding. Someone's got to climb those ladders if the lift doesn't work. Imagine. Footpath was closed, but we've made the detour round. There we go, Fife Coast. There she is, there she lies. So that's us, we're basically through North Queensferry. We'll go round up towards Carling Nose Point. National Nature Reserve bit. It's absolutely beautiful, but here we are standing under the rail bridge. Lovely stuff. Man, the thing about walking on the Fife Coast, I'm quickly learning, is you don't have to walk far to see something beautiful. Be it nature, be it architecture, be it some history, whatever. It is absolutely cram-packed with excitement, with adventure, with intrigue, and crazy paths that aren't actually normal paths. They're made with cobblestones. You get a lot of cobblestone path areas. I think we're going to stop, have a wee water. There's a nice wee spot up here. Let's have a wee break. Oh look! Is the clouds breaking? Are we going to get an afternoon of sunshine? It would be nice. It would be nice. Personally, I quite like walking when it's a bit cooler, because you can walk way faster. We're covering good ground today. Real good ground. Here we are. Carlin Nose Point, Wildlife Reserve, Scottish Wildlife Trust. There's a wee spot up here we're going to stop for lunch. In the nature reserve, the Carling knows. Gingerman knows too. Apparently Carling does too. There's loads of gorse everywhere and it just creates a nice yellow, beautiful yellows. I want more purples though. And hoping to see more wildlife. We've not seen so much wildlife. We've seen loads of pheasants yesterday. That was Charlestown is Pheasantville. So hopefully to see some seals. We'd love to see some seals. We heard that there was dolphins in Kinghorn. That would have been sweet. So there might be some more treats further up the coast. Look at this guy up here, a baller. We're staying on the path. This way. We could call this the secret beach of North Queensferry. I don't think it's much of a secret, but there's a couple of big houses right on it. There's lots of big houses around here, but it's not the most attractive beaches anyway. If I was these houses here, right, I would get everyone to put in a wee fund together and get some sand from the Sahara Desert and just lump it on this here beach. Then you'd have a golden beach just for yourself. Look, there's an idea for you. I'll chip in and get some sand from the Sahara. I'm sure it's not that expensive. The Sahara has lots of sand. There you go. So look at this. This is always worth a stop, because near this spot on the 20th of June 1916, Lieutenant George C.O. Peyton, aged just 21, gave his life to save his men when a grenade was badly thrown. He lies in Hope Street Cemetery in Inverkeven. There we go. Go!
All you gotta do is just tap. Don't worry about it, you're still in good shape. All you gotta do is just tap it in. Just tap it in now. Hey, just tap it in.
So we stopped and had lunch in the bit looking over at Carlin Nose Point. It was beautiful, real nice. Just had a juice, had a pee break, you know, the usual R&R stuff. Now we're just hot footing it to Inverkeven. Now I believe the Fife Coastal Path won't cut through right through Inverkeven. I think we'll go past the quarry bit and then straight on the road to Dalgety Bay. Still plenty of walking left, but we can see Burnt Island in the distance. We can see the Ben Hill, so we're cooking with gas. Bam bam bing bing bang bam 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 be-dum. That's a nice bench on the Fife Coastal Walk. However, it's the less beautiful side of the Fife Coastal Walk. Very noisy as we walk past Inverkeven Scrappy. Look at this, look at all the scrap. That's all your scrap. This is the claw. Look at all that. Ah! This is noisy. This is the industrial side of the Fife Coastal Path. It's alright, we'll get with it soon. I feel like when you're walking on the coastal path, you've been on this like island beach of beauty and calmness, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're back into the city life and it's busy and all the scrap metals everywhere. But hey, it's all part of it, it's all part of reality. Everything isn't always quiet and peaceful and easy-ozy. Sometimes there is a little bit of chaos and disaster. There we go, Winston Quarry and at Crooks. I don't know if I'm saying it right. The Crooks Peninsula is practically solid quartz, dolerite, known locally as whinstone. The whinstone was formed about 300 million years ago during the late Carboniferous, early Permian period, when molten rock came up from the great depths below the Earth's crust and solidified on cooling into a bed of hard quartz, dolerite. The sill, which varies in depths from between 10 and 70 metres, is intruded into the shale, and in the lowest parts of the quarry floor it is possible to see this shale. There you go, quarrying and scrapping. That's Inverkeithing, and Inverkeithing is a very workman-like town. It's a very working class town, and I guess the scrappy and the quarry on the coast is a big part of that. But if you ask me, Inverkeithing is an area on the up for sure, because the views over the bridge and the Forth are phenomenal in Inverkeithing. So here we are, we've made it to Inverkeithing and we're en route, about to walk through the high street and then head down to Inverkeithing Quarry. Man, what a trip. There's something really liberating and freeing about just walking, just freely walking. And our only goal is just to walk to the next destination. You know, maybe it is good to simplify life sometimes, and going on an adventure like this, in a sense, it sounds like it could be quite complicated, but it's not. It's just simple, you're just walking. And with a little bit of planning and preparation, you can make it really easy, enjoyable and affordable, and that's what's important. Yeah, so far I would be recommending this. Ask me again when we're further up the road and my calves are burning. I might have a different opinion, but right now I'm feeling good. It's a church, it's an Episcopal church. So here we are, just wandering through Inverkeithing High Street. We've had our lunch. Well, we stopped off and had munches. We've been tanning a bag of minstrels today, so we're both like sugared out. It does smell good. We can smell Chinese food. It's really giving us the Chinese. The thing about walking through Inverkeithing is it's got some beautiful history in it, beautiful historical buildings. That, you know, when I first filmed in Inverkeithing, I was like astounded at how much history was here. Just look at this building. This is a lovely building, just nestled, buried in the corner of the Inverkeithing High Street. Lovely. There we go, some writing on the wall with some nice thistles. It's a beautiful building. Look at this. This is so we bumped into a lovely old gentleman as we were looking at the building, and he told us that building I was just at was 1617, so that's a lot of years old. And this here was an old courthouse. The bars on the window at the top. It's a stunner, like. Inverkeithing has architecture, beautiful architecture and great history. And yeah, if you have a bit of time on your walk, and you like that sort of stuff, take your time in Inverkeithing and have a walk around. But we're a bit pressed for time here on the Fife Coastal Path. So the thing about this part of the Fife Coastal Walk is, like, as you walk past, you know, you walk round the North Queensferry bit, you think you're really close to Inverkeithing Quarry, but you've got to go all the way inland and round, so it's a bit of a detour, but it's alright. It's all part of the journey and the exploration. Hey, what's going on here? Road closed, but is the pavement open? I think so. We need the pavement. Here we are. So we're almost at Inverkeithing Quarry, and we'll be in Dalgety Bay in jig time. Absolute jig time. There we go, Preston Crescent. Now I wonder if the Preston family had any influence on the Inverkeithing area, who had a lot of land in Valleyfield. Look, there's a swan. There's a big swan. Swans are terrifying. Fife Coastal Path tag. We're just arriving at the Ballast Bank, or we're already at Ballast Bank. I used to do judo in there, the Ballast Bank Community Leisure Centre, when I was very, very young. Barely remember it, but I know it was in there. And that building as a kid seemed massive, and it had a particular smell to it that I remember. I don't know why. Why do you remember things like that? Is your smell sense, your smell memory, better than your actual memory? Is your smell memory linked to your actual memory? And I just tripped up whilst I was chatting some shit. Inverkeithing to St David's Harbour Park. Wheelchair accessible, and that's important. The hardest thing about taking someone out in a wheelchair is accessibility, and places not being accessible, but you really want for them to experience things as well and be accessible, and it's important that people in wheelchairs get the opportunity as well. So yeah, it's good to see that there's parts of the Fife Coast accessible to wheelchairs. Lovely. There we go. That's where we just were about an hour ago. So it takes about an hour to go from there to here. A bit of a detour for Inverkeithing, but that's all good. We're on the fast track to Aberdour. We're on the fast track to Dalgety Bay now. Pigeon cam. It's just a couple of, don't want to disturb them, a couple of sleepy pigeons on the Fife Coastal Walk. So here you go, you can see we're back on the coast. The coast is back with us, and we're heading very quickly towards St David's Harbour in Dalgety Bay. Ah! The tide is really in and it's choppy. I was standing here trying to get a nice shot and I about got blasted with the water. We're just having a wee break here at the St David's Harbour area of Dalgety Bay, and we're going to hot foot it to Aberdour next. It's about 3 o'clock now, so yesterday at this time we were just arriving in Charlestown, so we're a bit slower on the move today, but I think we're covering more ground. We've definitely covered more ground, and yeah, we had to stop off at my house. We picked up some camping gear. It's all good. It is all good. We're both looking for some meat though. We want a sausage roll or something, some sort of meat filling. So we're going to try the coast of Dalgety Bay, head into Aberdour, get a meaty pie, and that should feed us all the way to the Bay Hotel, fingers crossed. Let's see where we go. Here we are at the delicious St David's Harbour in Dalgety Bay. Now this is nice here, real nice. Again, Dalgety Bay is a place I've visited a couple of times in my videos, so go check them out. Go check out one of my Dalgety Bay videos for a closer look at this town. This is a real nice place, loads of lovely houses, and look, you've got some cracking views over the Forth to the bridges. It's quite, it's getting a bit misty and wet, so you can't really see over. Aye, it's nice. La la Dalgety Bay, ooh la la Dalgety Bay. There we go. There's the Fife Coastal Path. It's showing us where we are. Lovely. So there's where we started, remember? That's where we are now, somewhere in here. past Inverkeven. There we are, St David's Harbour. Got a little bit to go to Burnt Island, but not too far. We really are getting closer and closer to our destination for today, the Bay Hotel, and I'm not lying, I cannot wait to get there. It's a little bit wet today, but the cool air is making it much easier for walking. I don't know about you, it's making it easier to walk, or you find it hard? Chebets find the cold a little bit. Not the cold, you find it a bit cold? Yeah, the cold's good. If this was hot, it would be way harder to do, I swear. Anyway, we're now moving into the territory of Dalgety Bay where the big mad houses are, so we'll get to enjoy looking at them. Hopefully as we walk past someone goes, "Alright Gingerman, come in, have a cup of tea, I'll make you some sausage rolls." That would be lovely. I doubt it, but we could imagine. Anyway, good note is the path along Dalgety Bay on the Fife Coastal Walk is it is really a beautiful part of the walk, and you get to walk through the coast, you get to walk through the woodlands, and you get to see the Kirk as well. So it's a really, really good part of the walk, not to be missed. And look, you can see the footbridge, the rail bridge, beautifully in the distance. Sorry.
Oh, not you.